Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's get into some politics and some money raising. So you got all these people, these different groups raising money for Vice President Kamala Harris to become president of the United States. First, you had the black women. What is it? Hashtag women with black women, I guess. There was a call. And it was 40, that included 44,000 women, a Zoom call. And they raised, $1.5 million for the Kamala Harris campaign. All right, seems like a lot of money, 1.5 million. Whoa, that's a lot of money. Man, we did great. But then when you break it down to the smallest compound, that's the equivalent of everyone giving $34.10 a piece. Now, I did a video about this already, so now I'm going into too much detail. But again, I said that if every black person, I did a whole spiel about HBCUs and how you can get the money. Donald Trump gave money, everybody got mad. But if you're so mad, you give money yourself. You can give so much money to HBCUs every month, $7, no more, for like 107 months. $7 at each HBCU. One this month, one this month, one this month. And then every school will get, go to alphabetical, do it at random, whatever. But in the end, every school will get the same amount of money, and you will get the money that we supposedly asked for from the government to give to help keep HBCUs afloat. Did a whole spiel recently. Oh, one of my first videos. Y'all go back and look for that. Okay. Then black men got involved. And they got on a call, I guess a Zoom call or what have you. And it says 45,000 black men, a little more than the black women, but they gave only $1.3 million, which is the equivalent of $28.88. Again, everybody who's black American who's working can give $28, give $35 or whatever to causes in your community. And I guarantee that the community do a whole lot better than what it's doing now. All the stuff that we are complaining about that's not getting done, we can basically do it for ourselves. Maybe not overnight, because nothing happens overnight, but over time, when we stay on top of it and we stay on code, things will get done. We got to look at the biblical scriptures of Moses, how he took all that time, went through everything, risked his life to get his people up out of Egypt, only to be told during this whole ordeal that he was not going to see the promised land, but generations behind him they will see it. And he loved the people so much, he was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Let's get it done. And that's what he did. Led his people out, didn't see the promised land, but like say his people, or the promises were given and they was able to see it. That's how we gotta look at it as ourselves, is that we're probably not, especially the older generation, or maybe our generation, may not see the fruits of our labor like we want, but as long as we know, like, our kids and our kids' grandkids, and so on and so forth, they got the opportunity to get to the promised land. That's why, like I tell y'all before, I speak to my kids, I speak to younger kids always about investments. I send them links, Instagram links, this and the third, about investing, how to start young, so when they get to my age, they can have millions in their portfolio. And they on cruise control for the rest of their life, as long as they, spend wisely, this and the third, plan wisely, whatever. Anyway, back to the story. So then you had, not to be outdone, you had a group of white women for Kamala Harris get together on a Zoom call. And there was over 200,000 white women. Now, the first thing black women you may do is get quiet, because you may feel that I'm about to go in. It's like, how y'all gonna let the white women outdo you? But it's a good question. How you gonna let the white women outdo you? Y'all came out and bragged and boasted about this, and now the white women say not to be outdone. They act like they in solidarity, but they came with 200,000. But then you gotta remember, supposedly, if you go by the census, don't get too upset, because there are supposedly more of them folk than it is of black Americans in this country. So that's the way it should be, right? I'm gonna be devil's advocate on that. And they got together, but they raised $8.5 million. And we got to understand too, that supposedly they got more wealth, more of the money is in their pockets than it is in our pockets. So, hey, no competition, right? It's probably what you're thinking. But that is the equivalent of $42.50 per person raised. So white women outdid y'all. Then just the other day, white men got involved. And that's the story we're going to get into right now. But to hit the footnotes first, there was 150,000 white men raised $4 million, which is the equivalent of $26.66. Now, we know with all these people getting together, we know a lot of people ain't going to donate it. You're going to sit there, kind of like when you go to church and talk about tithes and offerings, everybody hooping and hollering, dancing, feeling the Holy Ghost up and down the aisles. But when it comes to that offering plate, people giving little to no money at all. But supposedly, that's the key to, to the future of the church and the Christians is to give that money. But like I said, the majority of people ain't gonna give. They're gonna talk loud and ain't gonna do nothing. So everybody want to be involved. Everybody want to be there. Say they was there, but did you contribute? No. That's just the majority of the people. So, some people gave nothing. Some people are going to give more. Because, as a matter of fact, I think I saw one screenshot where they showed that. Let me see if I can see this real quick. Where is it at? Looking for Mark Hamill. Looking for Mark Hamill's thing. Let's see. Yeah, it's like somebody donated $100. Somebody donated $15. Another person donated $100. So yeah, that's more than the whole, like I said, the $26.66. So you see what I'm saying? But with all those four groups, and it's amazing. It's funny how it's okay for people to things to be split up along racial lines, as long as it's all done in fun and games and it benefits certain people. Because if I come out, or most people come out talking about black this, black that, the divestment this, all that kind of stuff, it's an uproar. People think it's a war against each other. Nobody can get together. But it's funny how money and religion, people can be separated and no one has a problem. Like everyone can holler what they say, the most segregated place in America, the most segregated time in America is on Sunday morning at church. Because your churches are split between blacks and whites, but now you got, Mexican churches, and you got people from like Indians who are Christians also, for everybody supposed to have this one faith, all these churches are separated by race. Interesting. But we also know that there are over 1,200 or 1,500 different denominations of Christianity in this country alone. But I'll let y'all look that up on your own time. But like I said, the thing is, it's more of them. And what y'all fail to realize is, like I said, amongst these racial lines, is that them folk are going to make sure that they get the ear of Vice President Kamala Harris before Black Americans do, if she becomes president. That's just the goal. This is not no solidarity and, hey, we all together, this, that, and the third. Now. They'll want to be together if it's to benefit them. If you can like join their group, join their boat to make things better for their causes, they'll let you come in. But when it's time for your causes, you'll hear little to nothing from them mother folk. And in this case, they are going to, especially when she's talking about this whole, the unaliving of fetuses and stuff. It's like her main campaign talking point that she's going out, going after now. And I'll get into, I don't know if I do this video, depending on how I feel. If not, I'll do another video on the demographics of voting and why political parties lean towards certain people at certain times, and you'll understand it. Try to make you understand just a little better. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into story. Like I said, I want to preface that before I say this, but like I said, they're going to do what they can to get her ear first. And the problem is, you just don't have the power that you think you is. You know what I'm saying? You thought that $1.5 million and that $1.3 million was going to get you a seat at the table. When in actuality, like anything else in this country, once everybody else is done and all the money is gone, the big money is gone, and they've heard everybody else, then they'll start listening. They may listen to what you got to say if they got time. But in the meantime, everybody else is going to get what they want. But let's get to this real quick. This is from yahoo.com. And it reads, white dudes for Harris online rally raises millions in donations, but then sees X account suspended. So the first thing they were saying that it got suspended because Elon Musk, he's more, I guess, conservative, leaning conservative. They say he shut they channel down. He must be hating because these men are getting together, raising all this money. Do y'all fools understand how stupid that sounds? Because I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to break down one line and one line only, which should really just make y'all feel about it. Ignorant is all outdoors. Where is this at? Let me see if Elon Musk is worth approximately, if you do a Yahoo search, Google search, the very top line said this man is worth $186 billion. Then you'll read and it'll say, let's say, one Wikipedia link line says he has a net worth to be up to $221 billion. Another one from Forbes say $252.4 billion. Regardless of how many billions it is, it's a whole hell of a lot more than this little measly 9, 10, 11. This measly $12 million that these four groups raised. And let's also see that this man has been married 1, 2, 3 times. He's had 2 partners, and this man got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kids. And this man's still worth $200-something billion. Yo, look, that man ain't worried about your money. Because he can donate all the money he wants to. Shoot, I done showed y'all where there are people who have given $115 million to different parties in politics. And y'all had 12 million. And we're talking about, and this is even got like entertainers and stars, quote unquote stars, who went on these calls and donated. Elon Musk ain't worried about your little money, so him deleting your account, that's stupid. But anyway, let's get into it. But it shows you that they understand how the media and politics go hand in hand. It said white dudes for Harris online rally raised more than $4 million in donations in a matter of hours, but then saw its X account suspended, prompting concern from organizers. Wait a minute, I don't want to see that. I want to see this one. Because that was an old one, because everybody thought that Elon Musk. But let's read this. It says, update. As of Tuesday morning, the account has been reinstated and the user behind the hashtag white dudes for Harris, a separate account, clarified online that he created the other account to prevent bad actors from taking it. The dual accounts are the likely culprit for why at white dudes for Harris, the number 4 Harris, was suspended in the first place, but X has still not responded to the rap's request for a comment. What you gonna comment for? I mean, you just explained it. The X account for the white dudes for Harris campaign group was suspended on Monday, apparently just minutes after the debut fundraising event raised $4 million for Vice President Kamala Harris's 2024 presidential bid. Ads on his personal X account, while the organization, which boasts over 13,000 X followers, was blocked. Organizer Ross Morales Raqueto responded simply, got Elon Musk scared. Scared of what? Why would somebody worth $2.2 billion? No. $221 billion. Be afraid of your little peon money. I know I got peon money because this $12 million y'all raised, what I make is peon money to y'all. So can you imagine can you just imagine $221 billion and what $12 million look like? Probably make that a day. A backup account for the org launched Monday afternoon and wrote in response to inquiries that @Dudes for Harris was Ross's original account that for some reason was suspended. The backup account was approaching 5,000 at the time of publication. The reason behind the white Dudes for Harris being blocked on X is still unknown, but it had many online money decrying election interference from the social media platform. It's amazing because you know what? A few years ago on YouTube, you could not say anything, starting a few years ago, let's say that if you say anything bad about anything Democrat, They would pull your channel. They would suspend your channel. They would demonetize videos and so on and so forth. If you say anything about the COVID-19, they would flag your channel, flag your videos for whatever, because they don't want you to put nothing out. And a lot of information that people put out turned out to have some kind of validity and or factual, actual evidence to support the quote unquote conspiracy theories out there. But they were stopping that. But now y'all think Elon Musk was blocking you guys and you the first one to holler. No. What they say, have that same energy for everything across the board. Matter of fact, speaking of media and politics, in the past week, I've seen, watching YouTube, I've seen I've gotten so many ads pop up for Kamala Harris looking for money. Different commercials. And every time a commercial comes up, I hit the three little buttons, three little dots, and I block it. And for some reason, it seems like once I blocked it, I get more and more and more. Now, when you go and you block these ads, you see who financed it, who published the ad. And I've seen I've seen 3 different groups. I know one had Biden's name on it. I think a couple had Kamala's name on it. Like one said Kamala Harris Fund, stuff like that. So that could be the play. You get people with these PACs. They create different, different little old groups, probably from city to city, state to state, that's, helping Kamala Harris run for president. And they get a little money, and Kamala probably do a video, send it to every last one of them, and all of them upload them to YouTube. So you can have a bunch of different groups that put out the same commercial. So when you try to block it and you wonder, because they say it takes like a couple of days for the videos that you block to actually be blocked. Because I have blocked like video, like ads for therapy. Get tired of that crap. Don't know why in the heck that comes on my phone. So I block those, and then a different one will come, and a different one will come. It's like, what the hell? I keep blocking these damn therapy ads. And I think it's some other stuff that I have blocked, got tired of seeing. But for some reason, this stuff keeps coming through like some kind of propaganda. Like, man, don't y'all so good at this algorithm and sticking to it. Why in the heck you can't understand? I don't want to see any ads asking for money or asking or talking about therapy. I don't want to see it. I want, show me something else. So it's like, sure, I'm just trying to control what I see. And for some reason, it means nothing. Let's see. The free speech absolutist has now suspended white dudes for Harris, presumably for raising $4 million in a few hours. The fascists are terrified. Good. Wrote one verified supporter. People love to be extreme, and it is sad. It is really sad. But I just want to say, hey, to my people, to my sisters and my brothers who are doing their due diligence to vote Kamala Harris in for president. If you're only doing it for identity politics, then shame on you. Because voting, but you know what? Voting has always been a popularity contest if you think about it. If you go back to junior high, high school, college, being on Senate, school, running for class president, vice president, stuff like that. That's always been a popularity vote. Because ain't nothing that kids can do in school to actually make change at school that they feel is something wrong. Now, there are things that you can create like, hey, let's do a dance. You might be, what they call it, the sock hop. They still do sock hops. The prom, the homecoming dance, things like the events like that. They let the kids, put input, come up with ideas. 'Cause I think school out here, for some reason, these little, these silly children decide to have a dance at the Fort Worth Zoo. I can't make this up. We probably live an hour away from Fort Worth. Makes no sense. Because Fort Worth got one of the best zoos. I think Fort Worth and San Diego got 2 of the top zoos in the country. But Fort Worth is a dead city. I mean, you can ride in a Fort, take your men to get there in traffic, but you get into Fort Worth, man, you can pretty much walk in the middle of the street, roll, you can do bird crawls in the middle of the street, not really worry about getting hit by a car, because it is just a dead city. It's terrible. But anyway, shout out to all my Fort Worth people. But, so like I say, kids, you're not going to be able to do nothing. So politics has always been a popularity contest. And unfortunately, people grow into that. They grow into that. So now you voting because Bill Clinton played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. Barack Obama looks black. First black president. Now you think Kamala Harris, you're going to vote her in because she's an AKA Chucks and Pearls and cooks collard green and cleans collard greens in the bathtub. So now she's one of us. Never claimed you, never have, never will. Just use what you got. Use your set asides to come up. Because she went to HBCU. She's not historically black. None of her family is historically black in this country. But somehow she used the minority set asides, got an HBCU, probably had to pay for it, got into sorority, probably had to pay for it, got a degree, probably had to pay for it, came up politically, all on the shoulders of freedmen of this country. And nobody cares. Nobody says, hey, if that heifer can do it, why, instead of crying about why she did it, why the heck I can't do it? Nobody cares. I know I look back and I remember being in high school, senior high school, and I got a letter from HBCU in Dallas, Paul Quinn College, I said. And at the time, I was not trying to go to Paul Quinn. I was too busy trying to go to North Carolina, Arkansas, or to become a rapper or a basketball player. None of that panned out. But anyway, they sent a letter in the mail, said I got like a 4-year scholarship, and I was like an average BC student, nothing extravagant. And they like sent me, I didn't even apply for no scholarship or anything. They wouldn't even think about Paul Quinn. And they sent me a letter at the time saying they're gonna pay full ride. I threw that son gun away. Now, when I look back on it, do I think I should have done it? I don't know. That's a whole different story. I like the way my life went, so that's fine. But I'm just saying, the money was out there. The money's probably still out there, and it's things that we can, take advantage of. You gotta take advantage of, because I believe in education. I believe in getting that education in, in law, and in finance, in computers, AI, technology, STEM stuff, STEM programs, things like that. That's what's important. Not being able to raise $1.5 million for somebody who ain't gonna do nothing for you in the first place. It's a joke, and you're gonna see. We're gonna see. The way they did Ice Cube when they said they talked to him once they got in the office, and then once they got in the office, they ain't said a word to him right there. That should have told y'all, but y'all want to explain for people who don't want to do nothing for you. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. You know how we do is have intelligent conversation around here. Also, I want to thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting. But there's 4 ways you can support the channel non-monetarily. Don't cost you a dime. Just like, share, comment, and subscribe. May cost you a couple of minutes out your day, but other than that, it's free, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. But if you do want to support monetarily, you can give super thanks, super chat, or go to the description box, click on links below their way, and you can support that way. For example, you can go to marlonmorale.com. There you can get tangibles. You can get colognes, perfumes, silk do-rags, silk scarves, beard products, toiletry bags, just all kind of luxury items. So take advantage of that. But however, like I said, however you support, man, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.